guys, welcome back to another interesting episode of Conversations with Debbie. Today, I want to talk about planning your joy. You see, this topic is very close to my heart. You know why it's close to my heart? I used to wait for people to, I used to see people who are so happy, who are so joyful, who always have some form of fun activities going on for them. And I used to just wonder, how is it? How is it? How is it? I probably guess because of my humble background, enjoyment, happiness was not even part of my thinking. Sometime last year, I had this very eye-opening conversation with my friend. Shout out to you. And that day, that conversation was so liberating. And that was the day that I realized that hold on. Like I can actually wake up and be happy. I can actually decide, okay, I'm going somewhere. I don't have to plan it with anybody. I can just go somewhere. I can just be happy. I didn't realize that I can pay for whatever it is, wherever I want to go. And it just occurred to me one day that, girl, like, okay, so what have I been waiting for? Why am I not buying the kind of clothes I really want to wear? Why am I not going to the places I want to go? Oh, and so that conversation was like a light bulb moment. To be very specific, this friend told me that, because I would see her just smiling to herself. I would not be asking myself, that is this person okay? Do people normally just sit down and talk to themselves and smile? Is it possible? I thought there has to be something funny, or there has to be some really big news. And do you know the problem with me then? Even the really big news does not get more than 15 minutes. 10 minutes is too much now. Maybe 5 minutes. And not just for my own news, or for everybody's news. It was like, okay, yes, then next. What's next? So it's like when you're used to putting so much goals for yourself and you don't even give yourself time to relax, you don't give yourself time to breathe, you don't give yourself enough time to acknowledge milestones, right? So I'll see her smile and then I'll wonder, like, madam, hope nothing. Is everything okay? But why are you smiling to yourself? Because it was weird to me that people do that. And then she said, explain to me that, oh, she has this place she's going, she's planned out this thing. I think it was a buffet, I think so. And then she started telling me about, I said, and who are you going to the buffet with? And she's like, no, she's going alone. She's just going to dress up and go and eat whatever she wants to eat. And because she was on a diet at that point, so she was on a very restrictive diet. So that day she was looking forward to a buffet where she could eat whatever it is she wanted to eat. So, and that made her so happy, and it was at a very nice restaurant. I think it was Marriott Hotel restaurant or something. Like, that made her happy. She was just planning it by herself. And I know this person, she was never going to take pictures. She's not even going to post them. So I was now wondering, like, okay, that's why you're happy. She said, yeah, like, oh, she can't wait to go out. This is going to be nice. The conversation now graduated to living intentionally, creating your own joy purposely, because it's not about that buffet. It's not about that thing. It's about the fact that she was creating a life for herself in the midst of the ones that she had no control over. She was intentionally living, she was intentionally creating her joy. And before that day, that was not a thing known to me. I know, right? On my drive back home from work that day, I was like, wait, hold on. So it's not because I'm an introvert, it's not because some people are more outgoing than others or even richer than others. It's just that I didn't know that it's me that would do it. And I thought, so why am I sharing this story with you? After the day, I went, and I changed my wardrobe. I got myself the things I really wanted to buy, and my money did not finish. And my responsibilities did not suffer. And so I said, oh, Life actually happens while you take care of yourself, and heaven will not fall. So this is for you, you first daughter, you breadwinner, you head of the home, you most responsible daughter of her family, you most responsible son of your family, who thinks that you are not permitted to take care of yourself. You are not permitted to spoil yourself. You're not permitted to do the things or spend money or invest in the things that make you happy. Because to be a financial recklessness, because there are people who need it. At what point do you get to live life? At what point do you get to spend not just on necessities, but also on the I'm going to say now the joys of life, the things that make your life. And it's not about just money alone. It's about the whole point, the whole the whole point of this conversation today is that it is your responsibility to create your joy intentionally. Life is never going to be perfect. Circumstances of life are never going to be ideal. Even if so many good things are happening, there's always going to be something to focus on why you feel like you shouldn't rest at this point. Business is slow, you feel like you should work harder. Business is picking up, you feel like you should put in more effort so that the momentum does not reduce. What am I saying? Before you know what is happening, days have passed, years have passed, and it looks like you came to this world to live for somebody else. It looks like you lived for every other person but yourself. It seems like you acted out a script that made sense to the world, to the society, to your friends, to your family members, except you. It looks like you are missing out something. It feels like there is another part of life that you would have loved to explore. Life is never going to create, almost never, let me restrict my language a little bit. Life is almost never going to create those perfect opportunities for you to express those things, to express those joys, to start a more fulfilling career, to start a more fulfilling business, to do things the way you've always wanted to do, to visit the places that you always wanted to visit. So don't be afraid to spend money. Spend it. Money is for spending. I'm not even trying to encourage reckless financial decisions, but yes, one or two reckless financial decisions are very necessary for surviving. Very, very important for your mental health, especially in this very chaotic world that we live in. Your money will not finish. I very much assure you, money will not finish. And even though it has not, even the parts that have nothing to do with money is, are you trying to go for a certain kind of life? Are you overthinking leaving your job? Are you overthinking starting a business? Are you overthinking relocation? Whatever it is, think about it like this. If you were to be on your dying bed, you're going to feel a deep sense of loss about that life that you never got to live because you were fearful. Again, release yourself and learn to just breathe. This one does not come naturally to me, but these days I have to keep reminding myself to just breathe, right? There is your plans, right? There are your aspirations. There is a way you think that life should go. There are things you think that you should be doing. And then there is actually what happens. And what actually happens and plays out is not entirely in your hands. And so sometimes living intentionally is forgetting about the results and focusing on the process. Living intentionally and creating your own joy is about noticing the ordinary details of your life. Creating your joy says that today is a good day. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And intentional living says no. When something comes to ruffle your feathers, intentional living says no. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And intentional living sticks to that. Create your joy. Again, one thing before I forget about creating your joy is that you need to start taking care of yourself. Do the workouts. Yeah, It will stretch you, but you feel so good that you're able to do that. And you're able to stick to your routine. And you're able to stick to your commitments. Yeah, so take care of yourself. Mhm. If you cannot afford to change something about yourself, work towards it. Save for it. Take care of yourself, right? There is a joy that comes from looking better. You feel better when you look better. Put in the effort to take care of yourself. There is a light that comes into your life when you start to intentionally take care of the way you present yourself to the world. In fact, that is the first signal that you're sending to your brain that you do love your life. And plan those outings with friends, alone, with partners, with your kids. Stop avoiding stress because you don't want to be stressed, so you not now have a particular experience. Do it. What else are you here for? Do what you need to do to be happy. In fact, even if you think it will not make you happy, try not to live a very repetitive life. Sometimes act outside of the routine. Do things you will not normally do. I did not say you should go and do what does not please God. Until I come your way next time, if you liked this video, like it. Thank you. I was waiting for you to like it. Did you like it? Yeah, like it. And then there's that button that looks like this. Share it. And then if you've not subscribed yet, there's one plus sign button. Press it. Thank you. See you in my next one.